Hello, hello. Hi. I think I should now be here on camera, potentially. Let me know if that is not the case. Welcome to UI Fridays. My name is Alyssa Nykel, and previously last year in the 2020 era of our lives, this show was on Wednesday. UI Wednesdays. And it was good. It was good. We followed the React show. It was beautiful, but I think UI Fridays has a better ring to it. And I think it'll be a more chill place for us to meet up. So hopefully it works for you all. Um, so while people roll in, I'm just gonna welcome you. I was reminded recently, this morning, talking to a friend on Twitter, that some people are still really struggling with anxiety and stress, and the pandemic is still very much real. No, my husband just brought me chocolate covered peanuts. Take them away, you fiend. I don't want any. You eat them all. um Speaking of which, we are doing a diet challenge, and it's pretty fantastic, let me tell you. We are both competing with how many calories we eat and how much water we drink, and working out, and all of it kind of goes into a bucket of fun. And the winner of each day gets to sleep in the next morning, and the other person has to get up with the bebe. So uh, it's been pretty fun. I think he was just trying to throw me off my dieting game with the chocolate peanuts, to no avail. Willpower held out this time. How are you all? Where are you tuning in from? What time is it for you? I'm in Kansas City, Missouri, and it is 1 p.m. I just finished a lovely lunch of chicken noodle soup and half a sandwich, like 500 calories. Oh, and there was an orange in there too. It was beautiful. But yes, UI Fridays. Really excited about the new Showtime. Actually, I have a ton of topics, a list. Hey, TJ, a list of topics, if you will. I always forget. I always forget that the people on YouTube can't see the Twitch comments, and the people on Twitch can't see the YouTube comments. So I'm gonna do better about showing those. What's the UI content doing on Fridays? Well, there was just so much React beautifulness on Wednesdays that the UI people felt a little intimidated. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I, with the new year, reorganized all of my streams, and Friday had a really beautiful opening, and honestly, it kind of works well for me. I want this to be a really chill show where we do CSS, we talk about our weeks, um, we work through some UX issues, etc., etc. So, for the content today, I'm actually going to let either the audience or the wheel decide. Um, the wheel, you might be asking, like you spin the wheel and it's like, the wheel. I had many ideas. I always have many ideas. And I was like, I don't know what to do. So I'm going to give you some options. And if you really, really want to see something, yell it out. So the first option is going to be, all right, I'm going to put this over here and collapse this goodness down, because I am going to share my gorgeous screen. I'll put you over on the right side. I love Moom, by the way. I don't know if, hey, Shirley Dev. Oh, yes. Okay. Siri just got activated. Hush, Siri. Hush, hush it. All right, I'm going to put her down. I don't actually need headphones. All right. So, the ideas for content, which I can let you choose, or we can bring up the wheel and let the wheel choose. The first one is quite a bunch today. I'm looking at the chat between Ed and Surly. I always say Shirley. I'm pretty sure it's Surly. I don't know why. I think, but I'm extremely dyslexic and have this tendency to mix things. So it's all good. It's all good. Okay. So I have some new content. The State of CSS survey last year, the results that came out, like I think January. Um, it had a lot of really interesting pieces of content that I was like, wow, I don't know anything about that. I should dig into that. There's a lot that I'd heard of, but there was a lot that I hadn't. And so I thought we could go through pieces of new content for things that I've never heard of. So that was option one. Option number two, I actually wrote these options down because 3 options is too many for my brain to remember, apparently. Next week on Twitch, get this, we're doing Love Week streams. And me and Ed, who's in the chat, are team Candy Hearts. Almost forgot our name. I'm the one who came up with it. And TJ and Sam are team, I believe, Love Bugs. And we're competing against each other throughout the week to build something epic and something awesome. And Ed kind of already got a head start, which is totally legal. We cleared it with the judges. It's legal to start early, so I don't want to hear any guff from TJ. But the second option is we could pull up the project that Ed has already started working on in Blazor and add some styles to that. Just like some just little things, you know. We're not gonna go too crazy. We're gonna save some good stuff for next week. What else? Ed runs. Yeah, I keep forgetting the YouTubers, the tubers on the Ubers can't see. Third option, third and final. No, I'm kidding. If you have a better idea, please shout it out. We can go and do a CSS challenge. So I've done them in the past before last year on UI Wednesdays where we would go to, gosh, can she remember? Can she remember the URL? She cannot. Okay. 100 days CSS always gets me. So let me share my screen real quick. Share screen. We're gonna share this one. So there are CSS challenges, where each day, like over here, there's like a little number 58, number 59, number 60. And you see this little challenge, and then you can go ahead and open a template, a blank template, and try to create this. And then you can also see what others have submitted. I don't know if that one is interactive. Anyway, so these are the options. Okay, and I know I mentioned a wheel, so I'm actually gonna pull up my husband, Turtle Guy. What is it called? CodePen. Once upon a time, like if I ever mention something to Turtle Guy, if I'm ever like, it'd be really cool. So one time I mentioned a wheel that I was working on, and I love him / hate him for this. I was like, hey, I'm working on creating this wheel. It's going to be in CSS. It's kind of like, it spins and it picks an option. It's beautiful. And he, like, I'm not even kidding, like 20 minutes later, like sent me a link to this code pen and it was like this. And I was like, every time. So if you, beautiful audience, do not speak up, then we're going to go with the wheel and we're going to populate the wheel with options and we're going to let the almighty wheel, work it out. But yeah, this piece of work is gorgeous and I hate him for it. And there's no JavaScript, of course, because the man's a flipping genius with the CSSs. But anyways, yes, our 3 options. And I'll just like put them on screen. You know what I love the mostest besides salad? I love Dropbox paper. Like if I'm ever, I think I have a million of them like that I've created. But if I'm ready to brainstorm something or if I'm taking notes in a meeting or if I'm writing a blog post, Dropbox paper. Yeah, Turtle is a CSS wizard, Ed. Kind of upsets me. Also, Ed, did you add all of these like really wicked cool backgrounds? And you took away the 2-minute countdown? All right, we got to talk because like the 2-minute countdown was really cool. But the backgrounds, so you took that away. But the backgrounds are also really cool and you added that. So I feel like I lost something and I gained something. I didn't remove the countdown. Well, I'm going to blame you for removing the countdown until the culprit is found. Check your brand. Darn it, Ed. Don't you think I already did that? All right. So anyways, yeah, options. Options to vote on. And I want to hear from you, audience. I know you're there. Can't hide from me. Number 1, option number 1. Why is my highlighting not working? The first option is to work on project. I'm blanking, and I think Ed is here with me now. Ed is here with me. I'm gonna add you to this screen.
I'm checking on your countdown. You're on the Blazor Power Hour brand.
Okay, listen, Ed. First things first. Give me like seconds while my AirPods sync up. Second things second. I just saw a really pretty background. I don't know how to switch brands. What are you? Okay, all right. Listen to me, Ed. You
So
say these
there
magical
is a
things like
drop
people know.
down at
Yes.
the top of the UI.
You have blown my mind, good sir. No one ever told me about this drop down. Thank you, Ed.
Yeah,
Okay,
you're
so
on the
I owe
Blazor Power
you
Hour brand is why you've got
a
all the cool
drink,
stuff.
first of all. Second of all, sorry for using your brand. That just happened. Thirdly, thank you. I do owe you a drink of some sort. Coffee or beer, your choice.
No worries.
All
I'll
right.
leave your show now.
Goodbye forever. Okay, so we're on the wrong brand, which wow. When he said that, he was like, check your brand tab. I'm like, I have. I looked with my eyes. It's fine. I'm gonna go ahead and do I don't know if there is a yeah, it looks fine. I don't want to steal Ed's assets. I don't want to be known as an asset stealer. That's not who I am. It's not who I claim to be. Okay, seriously, chat. First and foremost, where are you joining us from? I'm in Kansas City, as I said before. 1:14 p.m. here. What time is it for you? Where are you at in the world? I was on a show earlier, Angular Air, and my friend, Mr. James Henry, was showing us, talking to us about ESLint to TSLint migration. He's actually the man who wrote the parser for it. And I was like, wow. He is in Dubai, I believe, right now. So I think he wins the ticket for the farthest away. I don't know if you can beat that. I feel like that's like, or maybe it's not exactly opposite. Surly Dev, usually the UK, but presently in Germany, 1914 right here, which I have to do the math. 7 p.m. Woo! This is yeah. Okay. Welcome from Deutschland. Work on project. We're gonna call it Candy Hearts. And we can talk more about that if you pick that option. Option number 2 is learn something new. And this is, of course, learn something new. I picked some topics from the State of CSS survey. And then number 3, and I'll make all of these bigger, don't you worry, is a CSS challenge from 100 days of CSS. Okay. Make those big too. Thank you. Thank you. You don't really need to be that big. Nobody wants their links to be that massive. Okay. Anyways, what's up, chat? If I don't hear from you soon, I'm going to be pulling out the gorgeous Wheel of Fortune to pick for us because these are your options today. And while you pontificate these beautiful options, oh, and I do have prizes, so you know. I've always had prizes. I've just never really had a really good way of giving prizes. So, most chatty person is going to win a CSS Tricks poster and a deck of UI trap cards, all of which can be explained further. The CSS Tricks poster is either CSS Flexbox or CSS Grid, your choice. But yes, since no one is saying anything, I think you all want to see this beautiful piece of gorgeousness at work. So let's go ahead and we're going to populate said wheel. So I'm curious, I think he made it so that it works with any amount of items. So let's do 6 because 3 would be like kind of weird. And we have reached the point of no return on the spinner. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And let's take out the other allies and see if it breaks. Why are you so angry? Oh, hang on. I think I need to. Okay, first of all, what are you angry about? Well, it's SAS, so we don't need semicolons. I have no idea why that was yelling at us. And I also don't know why this isn't re-rendering with less li items. So I need to fork it, but I can't remember how to fork it. Settings. We're gonna make it a little bit bigger. Oh, it's at the very bottom. It always eludes me. This little tiny action item. It's almost like they don't want you to fork. I don't know. It's weird. Okay. So 6. So it looks like we were already at the it's because items here are specified. So if we change that to 6, do I need to save? Why are you being like this? Item side is ceiling tan 360 degrees items, which is now 6. The wheel 400 pixels. I think this should work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 items. I'm gonna make this a little bit smaller so I can still see chat in case you're like, I know exactly how to debug your wheel, Alyssa. I wonder if YouTube comments are disabled. I think that's on me. And I love you all on YouTube. And I'm so sorry because I don't see a single YouTube comment. So I think I did not enable it before I went live, which that's on me. So if you're watching on YouTube and you want a chance to win a prize today, or you just want to participate in chat, salt! Yay! I would highly suggest heading on over to Code It Live on Twitch. That's where I am right now, also tangentially streaming. Hello, Chris. It is so good to see you. I was actually talking about you. I was talking to you on Angular Air. Today's been a whirlwind. But yes, always great to see you. Oh, thank you, Salt. So right now I'm trying to couldn't decide on what topic to talk about. These were the options to vote on. And the most chattiest, because that's a word person, today is going to get a poster and some trap cards. CSS tricks poster. I don't have any cat posters, but I should definitely get some. That way you have options. But yes, the content for today. Work on a project Candy Hearts, which is a Blazor project for next week's Love Week streams. So kind of get a jump start on that UI. Learn something new from the State of CSS survey. I have a kind of like a to-do list after taking that survey of things to look into, or a CSS challenge from 100 Days of CSS. So yeah, those are the options. Chat won't speak up. Nobody will say a thing on what they want to see. So I've pulled up this gorgeousness. Speaking of cat posters, have you seen the cat HTTP status code page? What? No, I haven't. And I will pull up. Wait, what was it? Just http.cat. Oh my God, what is it? Oh my God. Okay, I'm going to put it over on this screen so everybody can see. Whatever your heart desires, said Chris. I have the posters you sent me and the cards. I know this is why I need to get some cat posters so that you're enticed. These are hilarious. Is that cat eating pizza? 202 accepted. Oh my God. What's 404? Oh, that's gorgeous. Thank you. That was a beautiful pick for today. My heart doth desire. I'm gonna go with salt on this one. Oh my gosh, 405 is terrifying. I really, really want to work on the love project because, well, I'm a little I'm a little new to .NET and Blazor. So let's pull up, and I think the only danger is me accidentally sharing launch codes. Not gonna do it. I won't do it, Ed. I promise you. Your launch codes are safe with me. Okay. Oh, I already have it up. Perfect. I was trying to ignore that file, but with the launch codes, but I'm just gonna close it and never open it again. Okay. So I think I can go ahead and share that gorgeousness. We'll probably just share my screen. And that means, you gorgeous people, that the comments are going to be on the right-hand side. So this is just the way it's going to be. Okay, share screen. Yeah, entire screen. Sounds dandy. Okay. So this is the project, but let's get the CSSs, the CSSs. And she's rough, Bob, so no judgment. .NET Run, I think was how. I don't know. Ed told me to do .NET Restore and .NET Run. I don't really know what the restore part is. I wonder if that's like npm install. Maybe. Okay, so we're gonna go to the Chromes. To the Chromes. To the Chromes, she said. And we're gonna make this a little bit smaller so I can read. Oh no, are we froze? Works for me. Good again. I don't know. I don't know, Chris. I'm just here looking at cats. I don't know what to tell you. This is how you can tell what kind of developer I am. 4200, baby. Okay, 5001. I don't really like myself with whoa. That's trippy. That's trippy. All right, we're gonna do this. Did it snap it? It didn't snap it. Mother of God. There it goes. Oh Lord. Okay, so I think we need a way. I don't know why my camera is being this blurry. Focus on me. I'm right here. I exist. So Ed's idea, which if you are TJ or Sam or anyone who's an informant for Team Love Bug, then I'll give you a moment to leave if you would. Thank you. Okay. So next week's competition, Ed's idea was to use the camera, take a picture, send it off to, I'm going to butcher this explanation, a machine learning API of sorts that will take your photo. Did it take it? I don't know if it redoes it. I'm going to refresh and see. Take your photo, send it to, trying to look as crazy as possible. I wonder if crazy is one of the options. Take your photo, send it to this API, and then it sends back. I'm gonna like zoom in down here so you can see this. Sends back like your percentage of anger, contempt, disgust, fear, happiness, neutral, sadness, and surprise. I'm really happy and I'm 0.3% surprised. Okay, so the idea here is we'll take photos and we'll get this information back from the service. But then it's kind of up to us what to do with those percentages. So we were thinking like filters or emojis or different fun things to do to your photo and then still display this data, which I'm thinking. I know, Ed, you had mentioned using Blazor controls. I think we definitely need to have like a pie chart because I love pie charts deeply. And it needs to be, I've got to write this down. Hang on. It needs to be Valentine theme pie chart. So it's like only Valentine colors, right? Okay, hang on. Valentine themed pie chart. So tune in next week. We'll be doing some coding and some competition on this on this very channel if you're interested. But I really wanted to give us a baseline to get started with this application because right now I cannot find my AirPod case. Right now the styles are just okay. Meaning they're non-existent. Isn't that cute? A little heart on it. Okay, so first things first, let's make this. I don't know how to disable this. I wish Ed was here. I really think there should be a way to disable the camera after the photo's taken. anyways, let's just style things. And again, not really. I've never flown solo on Blazor, so you're gonna have to bear with me and potentially do a lot of help. Okay, so camera streaming class looks like what Ed gave this, and then I don't know what context px4 is, but surely he didn't type that. Also, I've had like no water today and all coffee, so if you're out there, hydrate. If you're out there listening right now. Okay. So we need to make camera streaming come to life, and I'm actually going to make this console a little bit bigger so that hopefully you can see it. Because if I'm ever given a project and they're like, "Hey, can you fix this?" And you have like no idea anything about the project, like this is where you start. Open up the inspector and literally pick something. I'm going to tackle the nav bar that's over there in a minute. But for this moment, we want to find the class of camera streaming. Camera. Okay. Command Shift find. I'm going to actually look for the word streaming. So there's got to be a UI somewhere. Is he calling out? I bet he's not styling anything yet. What about the word camera? How is he giving these classes? Oh, I see like .cs files and I like get a little bit scared. But we're gonna do this together and it's gonna be great. And you are gonna go over here. Okay. I think razer means template file. Oh, I feel a little nauseous. I'm sorry. I don't know anything about this world I've stepped into. Okay, so I'm looking at this and I'm seeing that we are hella in need of, I can't even think of the word, some highlighting. So I'm going to go to my extensions. Where are they? I did install, I installed oh, there it is. I was like a C# one. I think the C# one should cover everything, but I don't know which one's more real. This one's got million. This one's got 1,000. So let's go with a million. Sounds good. And then razer looks pretty. Okay, cool. So it looks like magic and ponies. Oh my God, Ed, I love you. He knew. He knew in his little Ed mind that I would be here. Okay, so at ref, I don't know if I'm allowed to do this, but I'm going to try it. I actually don't think that's going to work at all. I don't think at ref is how you give classes. I feel like there's a more intuitive way of giving classes. Yeah, because like the class streaming has to be somewhere. Okay, let's go back over here. We're going to undo pony camera. We have to find. Never listen to Ed. I'm using a button here, but we can trigger this however we want. Okay, button, snap. So this has to be that, but how on God's green earth is this getting a class? Also, where is my CSS file? Can I work in the www root? God, so many questions. Okay. First idea that comes to me. It's not a good one. I don't even know if you can do this in a razer file. Feel free to interject anyone. Okay. Is this right? Camera max width of 300 pixels. I don't know. I feel like everything's gonna blow up, but it's fine. Let's find out. Maybe. So I was hoping that it would get attached to that class. I don't know what the order of things is here, or if you can even do inline styles. So face razer face.cs. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna Google adding CSS style sheet to Razer file. I really thought there would just be like an existing empty style sheet, but I think I'm way too used to Angular and just there's already a place for your CSS to go. I mean, who wouldn't want CSS, right? Okay, how to reference a CSS file on a Razer view. I've only done Razer once, and it was for a talk on building accessible forms using Razer and .NET. Oh, sick. So Salt, you should know how to get some CSS up in here because your form had to have some styles. I mean, I will take inline at this point. I will take someone telling me how to add a class at this point because if you look here, we've got this Razer file. I know this button is our snap button, and I know this is where my camera ref is getting plugged into. Wait, maybe it's like a component, and there's like, hang on, components. Oh my god. Oh my god, she did it. Wait, maybe video ref, video element, CSS camera wrapper. What? Hang on. Let me drink this real quick. I think it's like components, and I think this webcam camera maybe is pointing to this webcam Razer and it's plumping this into there. This is the weirdest class assignment I've ever seen in my life because there's nothing called CSS camera wrapper that I know of. Hold. Thank you, Salt. Salt's looking at his code from his talk and being a useful chappy. I am looking for the code. No. I'm looking for the project. Okay. I'm not seeing anything called that. See, I just want to know at what point whatever the heck Ed is doing is getting turned into normal looking classes, which is baffling. Okay. Oh, I should really turn off my notifications. Oh my gosh, turtle. For 1 hour. Thank you. Thank you, darling. Okay. I really don't know if I like this new interface. It takes me like 3 clicks to get to do not disturb in Big Sur, whereas before it was like 2. So I guess I should really not complain about 1 click in my life, but it feels like a lot. Okay, so we have this div class CSS camera wrapper, and then video stream not available. If the error message is not null, it shows alert, alert, danger. Interesting. None of this is what I expected. Ooh. Look in webcam razor.cs. You want me to open a CS file, Asteroid? Try not to hyperventilate. Don't hyperventilate. Don't hyperventilate. Oh my god. CSS camera is turning into camera streaming or camera unavailable. Okay. Right now, Asteroid is winning for prizes because that was useful. Seriously, that was amazing. And I'm going to write down your name. What is your name? Why can't I find it? Asteroid 7687. Asteroid 7687. Even if somebody beats you with, I don't know, more epiphanies, why don't you go ahead and I think either whisper at me or DM me on Twitter your address and I will get you a prize. Prize. Okay. What was I doing? Right. So it looks like this is a magical variable. I think maybe the at means I'm a variable. Okay. So whether or not interesting. I just need to know. Oh, wait, Salt said something that I was going to look at and it was really interesting. Oh god. Oh, it's so much wording with the talking and the doing. Environment include development link style sheet. Did you just put all of that in the Razer file? Okay, here's what I'm going to try. We're going to test. New file. Why you no give me new file? New file, and we're going to call it, I guess we'll stick with the convention that was happening here before. So we'll call it webcam.css and make sure that it's in the same folder. And then we're going to go to Razer. I didn't. I think this should work. I don't know if this is proper though. I feel like there should be some kind of really cool, because if we go back to face.razer, you'll see that you can say at using Blazor webcam test components camera, which I guess is how we're getting access to this ref here. Um, look at me learning things on the fly. Check out my GitHub repo. Ooh. I will check out your GitHubs. Did you send me a link in Twitter? Anyways, back to focusing. Wow, the ADHD is strong with me today. Call it webcam razer.css. It's included automatic. Shut up. All right, that's 2 prizes for you, Asteroid. I love you so much. Rename. Wait, did it art? That's the wrong file. Don't do that. Rename. Oh my god, if this works, I'm gonna be so excited. Also, how do you know so much? How do you know so much? Okay. I put some inline stuff somewhere and we need to kill that with a stick. I think it was in this one. Yeah. Oh, quit it. I'm not used to how aggressive. That's why I actually had disabled the C# package, because it's very aggressive. It's I usually am. Let's call out camera. I'm pretty sure it was called streaming. Camera streaming. Am I allowed to do this? Why are you yelling at me? I don't know. I'm going to keep going. Max width. And again, this is just so that we can get something on the page. So, refresh. I don't know. Do I need to restart the server? Hello. Hi. Hi from Madagascar. Welcome. And if you're on YouTube and you want a chance to win a prize and or just want to take part in the conversation, please head on over to Twitch, to the Twitches, twitch.tv/codeit live. I didn't enable YouTube comments today because I'm a bad person, but I have a note. If only you were here with me, darling, so you could see how messy I am. I have a note, and this note reminds me to enable YouTube comments. And you can see how useful that is. Madagascar. I was actually pontificating, trying to figure out what time it is. What time is it in Madagascar? Can I send? Can you send me a Valentine's Day card? I don't know if you're asking Razaf or me. If me, yeah, obviously, I cannot speak for others. It's 10:40 p.m. Nice. 1:40 p.m. here, so it's a bit. You silly. Oh, time is / Madagascar. Surly Dev with all the cool links today. I'll show you peeps for all the tubers out there. Maybe some Skittles too. Oh my gosh. I wanna make the little mailboxes that used to sit on the edge of your desk at school for Valentine's, like decorate it. That'd be fun. I actually wanted to build that virtually, but I don't even know what that would look like. A virtual Valentine mailbox. Maybe we could add that feature into Ed's Blazor app and he would forever hate us. Okay. I don't think camera settings is getting those styles. I don't know if those styles are available anywhere. It could just be because I did it wrong. I don't really like myself without you. Oh God, I don't know. Save me from myself the way you used to. Okay. Anything. I just want any style at all to show up. Did you say that you send gifts? I do. From the shoebox. Salt says that he made mailboxes from shoeboxes. I remember mine having a curve shaped top, so I don't know what I used to make mine, but it was not a shoebox. I do send prizes. For the most chatty chatter in today's chat, I'm sending a CSS tricks. Wow, why is wording hard? I'm going to show you. I changed my setup so I can actually move my camera around now. It's a novelty. this might be a bad idea, but we're doing it. So as you can see, I have both of them on my far wall behind my husband's desk. So the chattiest chatter today will win a CSS Tricks poster, your choice of CSS Flexbox or CSS Grid. Yes, I actually reference them often. At one point, I was working on something and I made my husband move over so I could read the bottom of the poster real quick. They're really useful. They're quite beautiful. That and a deck of trap cards will be sent. So yes. Okay. What was I doing? I was doing something useful. Right. We're trying to get some CSS working on this page. And it's a Blazor project, so I don't know much about it. I'm going to try something and okay, so we tried webcam.razer.css. Let me go back and double check because there was a suggestion in the chat. Oh god, it's so far up from Asteroid. Call it webcam.razer.css. Yeah, that's exactly what I did. Okay. And it should get included automatically unless there's some sort of file somewhere where you have to specify things. I would maybe expect you to need to link it in here in the component file, but I don't know C#. Okay. Let's go. Adding CSS styles to a Razer file. Maybe. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. And if I need some view specific styles, I just don't feel like we should need to do this because, like Asteroid said, after rebuilding, yeah, that's what I was thinking. I think I was like, maybe I should rebuild, but then I was like, no, it's just a CSS file. I don't know. I don't think in Angular, if I create a new CSS file, I have to rebuild. I don't think so. Hopefully, I don't have to actually run restore as well. I don't think so. I think that's just with packages. Darn it, my face is still the size of life. Okay. I'm drinking too much coffee, not enough water. Hey! Yippity! Okay. The styles aren't working, but they're freaking there. And I'm keeping tally here for Asteroid. You're up to 3 prizes. They might be meaningless, maybe a pack of Skittles, who knows, but you're at least getting the 2 main ones. But don't worry, the chattiest chatter will still also get a prize. I'm drinking pop. Which kind of pop? I've been giving it up lately, and so I'm vicariously living through you right now. My go-to is Diet Pepsi from Taco Bell. Oh, so good. I know, right? It's why Taco Bell? Because it's super bubbly when you buy it from there, but I'm not drinking pop right now. The attribute is added automatically. Yeah, so those kind of attributes look familiar to me because Angular kind of does the same thing too. And then there's actually a way to turn that off per component with view encapsulation. So I'm really curious if Razer Blazor has a way of also CSS isolation. Yes. Oh my god. Who are you? Where have you been? What is your Twitter handle so we can be friends? Joking, not joking. Okay. So let's figure out why max width is not applying. Shall we? Because we have some styles now and I'm so excited. I really thought that would work. Is it not you? Is it the video itself that we need to target? I have Blink 182 stuck in my head. Yeah, it's the video. Okay. Let's go over to this, and then we're going to say, give me the video element inside of you. Surely I don't have to. Okay, seriously. If I have to rebuild every time I make a CSS change, I'm going to throw something. Thank you. Yeah. I think Ed had mentioned a command, a watch. .NET run. Okay. So let's Google it, shall we? Fountain Coke from Checkers. Oh my god. I cannot wait until we can travel again. Me and you, Chris, we're hanging out. I'm probably going to go get a burger, a really weird, high stacked burger of some sort and tweet about it. Okay, what was I doing? .NET Watch. Is any of this useful? .NET Watch. How to watch for file changes. Yeah, that's what I want. Oh God, I don't want any of this. I just wanted like a command that I could run in the terminal. Oh God, oh God, oh God. They're telling me how to, I think, add files that I want it to watch. What? I just want to cry. Let's check and see if my rebuild worked. It worked. Okay. If you're in the chat and you know the command to make my .NET server watch for CSS changes so that I can program without losing my mind, could you please tell me? Also, we're just going to do it. We're just going to do it with DevTools right now and then move them over and then rerun watch because I don't want to Google the rest of my life away. Okay, so first things first, this sexy button. I mean, it just gets me, right? I actually have I have a project in an inspiration folder that's like really old. It's like it's styled to look like it's like a web app in like the first web app ever designed. But it's like a modern web app and it just got me. So one day we're going to do a project like that where it's like gorgeous but on purpose. But today is not that day. Button. Hi button. I always start with padding and margin. Um just because I'm thinking what I want this to look like. Let's make it look. Mm, mm. I don't really like myself without you. I know it's massive. Just a little bit farther. And like 15, 20, 13. Perfect. That's going to put like so many people on edge. Also, if you hear that loud whooshing noise, that's my Roomba. It always sounds like it's going into space whenever it docks. And I just cheer it on. So cheer it on with me, shall we? Okay. I think we need some inspo. And don't judge me for knowing that term. Button style. I don't there's like places to go for things like this. And I never remember any of them. I like this is literally how I get inspired by browsing Google Images. We said this was a safe space, a space where people wouldn't judge other people. So we should probably not judge me whenever I tell you how I get inspiration. Is that a button even? This is not helping. Oh, weird. Yeah, if you have a favorite spot to look for inspiration, shout it out. No, not useful. Not what I want. Although actually just going to CSS tricks in general. Ugh, can you spell? No, I cannot. These are okay. I'm not a huge fan of the border radius being almost a circle. You know what was recently, my friends were recently telling me it was like eye candy. Okay, but this twisty thing that he's got going on here, that brings me so much joy. I can't even tell you. It's so wonderful. Chef, their website. Oh God, I'm not even gonna remember. I think maybe it's Chef.io. Yes. They said that this one was really pretty. The downloads button is it's okay. She's okay. Mm. Come on, chat. You gotta have a button that you love. You have to have a button that you love. And we could always go to the Kendo UI buttons. They're okay. I like to get a little bit more spicy with my buttons. We have some nice buttons in the Spark design system. Is that something I can just pull up? I mean, this is fine. I like this one the best. Ain't nobody want that kind of outline. I mean, I guess unless you really want it to be super visible. Peep it. Oh, perfect. Thank you, love. Sparkdesignsystem.com. I'm going to type it because I can't actually click on it. Spark Design System. Yeah. I can't spell. Ooh, who is she? I like these cards. That's not bad. That's not bad. Let's do it. We're stealing your buttons. Oh, okay. Let's do it. Although we're gonna need some different. First things first. What is this font? What is it? Tell me. Tell me your secrets. Scroll all the way down. Ooh, Rocket Sands. Is that like available? Is that like a who are you? That's what I want to know. Oh, it looks like that one's on Adobe font. It's our company font. That makes sense. It makes sense that you have a pretty company font. Google Fonts. I'm gonna go get one that I'm like okay with living with. It's pretty compact. This one is. It's pretty compact. Source Sans Pro, maybe. Can I test it? I want to test it. Snap that photo. It'll work. She's gonna work. Oh, although usually I just add the import. I'm assuming Razer CSS is like just like normal CSS. Doing it live, folks. Oh, mother of God, I forgot. I forgot we didn't figure out a watch yet. So, okay. I need to first. I need to assign the font family. So we're gonna do that. It's open source as well. If anyone wanted to use it or contribute, nice. Are you talking about the font or the design system, or both? Font. I was gonna add the font to you. Just really to everything. Is there a single CSS file in this project by default? I don't like a root. I am your root style sheet where all of your global styles live. Like that shared, maybe. Oh my God, there is some CSS. Although this is for main layout and the nav menu. What's in here? Page. Interesting. Can I? I don't know. I don't know if we can tuck the body in here. It'd be risky. We're gonna risk the biscuit, and I'm actually gonna move the import that we plump it dumped over there, and we're gonna put it over here in this one. And if anybody happens to know where these global styles actually go in a Blazor project, holler back, yo, because otherwise we're gonna attempt to put them here, and then I need a color. WW root. See, I was thinking asteroid. I was thinking about the root. I was pondering it, and I do see this CSS. I do see it. Somebody once told me something about how www root folder is similar to your dist folder. Like what is compiled. And so I didn't think I could touch this, but maybe that's not it at all because this looks pretty normal. Yeah, I'm gonna say that Sea Door and Asteroid for the win right there because that was beautiful. And it looks like we're using open iconic bootstrap. Okay, for icons, that's fine. Let's go ahead and remove all of this then from the main layout, which I don't talk to Ed about that because I know like nav menu, like if we go look at our app, I'm like, yeah, nav menu. That makes sense right here. But main layout feels like something that you would have in your app.css. So, okay. So we're going to import it. We're going to move this font family here because we don't want this tree. What did I just do? Yeah. I don't want that tree anymore. Get rid of that. I don't know why we need to call it HTML and body. That seems a bit aggressive. So I'm not going to. Also, it's always great to get a base font size so that you can start using rems in your project. Please tell me what you use as your base font size, because I usually go with like 14. It's kind of confusing name, www root. This is the isolation global styles, said Asteroid. And then Cedor said, it's kind of confusing name. Yeah. It is confusing. Apparently, it's not like our dist folder because I would never go into it and start changing things. Rem and M have always confused me, even after all these years, Chris. Yeah. So I kind of just ignore M entirely, and I'm either using I'm either using pixels or relative M's based on this right here. But yeah, Cedor said same. Yeah, yeah. I either rem or I pixel it up. Those are my two options in life. I'm sure someone has a good reason for using M's. Okay, so we've added this import. This does look like the proper place for things to go. It looks like he has invalid here, which I'm a little confused by because he was giving, he being Ed Charbonneau from the Blazor Power Hour, you may know him. He gave, I think he gave unavailable. Is he styling unavailable in here? No, just valid and invalid. Okay. Because I was like, why wouldn't he put those styles here where they belong? We're going to save this. Let's go ahead and rerun. And I really, really wish. Can I just do like, this is what I want to do dash dash watch. Oh my God, is it going to work? No, it's not. Cedor said, I think there's an explanation about rems and ems on CSS tricks, but I have not studied it yet. Seriously, did the watch work or did it just like ignore the flag that it had no idea what to do with? Because why wouldn't Google? Why wouldn't? Hmm. Okay, let's make a change and see if it shows up. 600. Let's double it. I feel like it should refresh for me, but maybe I'm just used to HMR with Angular. It did not work. 300. You're still at 300. Okay. I think it's just like ignoring the watch because it. I don't know. Like if I ever tried to do if I tried to pull any crap like that with like ng serve, it wouldn't start the server. It would be like, I don't know what the crap flag you're trying to throw here, woman, but no. Okay. So what are we doing? I want to give. Looks like does this have a I'm curious who is content PX for? Who are you? Where do you come from? What do you want with us? Let's go look at So CSS camera wrapper is what Asteroid told me to look in here, and that's changing between camera streaming and camera unavailable. It's really weird that this, like, I get, like, okay, you made this a variable, right? Like, that's changing based on truthiness of something. Um, I wonder if you could do it in line though, like do your logic here instead of plugging in a very. Anyways, back to what we were doing. I'm looking for the wrapper that is around this. So I think inside of face razor, he has this. Still no content class. So I need to figure out who is wrapping face. So it looks like webcam is inside of face and face is inside of mystery item A. Maybe main layout razor. Let's check it. That's what Asteroid just said. I'm not talking to myself, but I do occasionally. You're so amazing. How did you do that? Like, I know it's like right there on the screen, but like it would have taken me so long to. I would have actually started looking for the word content, even though I would have no hopes of finding it. This is my asteroid. This is like, I don't know if you can see it or if it's like focusing. How many times I owe asteroid? Just like keeping a running tally, you know. Okay, so here's content, and which means I can talk to content inside of here, which is actually what I want to do. I think. Oh God. You know, the first time you see somebody else's styles and you're like, what are you doing? Okay, my favorite thing to do on any project. I just kind of ignore it. Just gonna go about my day. Content. I want to give the content max width, and then I want my video to listen to me. I don't know if I can call out. I'm really. I don't know if I can call out the camera streaming class inside of this one, or if I have to call it out with its component, like where it's rendered. So let's try to call it out in here, and then if not, I'll just change it. So I want you to have a max width of 500 pixels, and then I want the sass. It's not sass. That's like for another day. Actually, I'm going to make a list real quick. A list of things to ask Ed. I need to know how to run watch so that I think we have to change something in a config file somewhere in order to do that so that my CSS changes happen on the fly. And then I also need to ask him, it's gone now. And then there was a third one about a Valentine themed pie chart, which I already wrote that one down. Content, video, SAS, including SAS in the project. It's pretty easy to do in Angular projects. Let's next Spark and find just a button somewhere. Salt. Oh, I literally at this point I would be happy to like what I am moving my goal here, which is probably seems rambly and not apparent, is to give the video and the button a wrapper that's kind of containing them, and then they are filling the space, so that I can just kind of control content. In this case, is the name. It's a really bad class name. So max with 500. Let's see if I can do that here, or let's see if I have to actually control it. Ooh, UI cookies. UIcookies.com. Out of coffee. Quit holding on. I'm gonna move over to the water. That's not the right. That is not the right way to drill down. Because it's camera streaming, so it's sorry, I can't remember what was there was an in between. So there's content and then camera streaming, and the button is a sibling. Okay. So I should be able to say not in that file. Content camera video. I'm wondering if I change it to with 100%, if it'll actually listen to its wrapper. Why did I just get rid of that? And then let's go ahead and we're going to comment this out for now. I'm pondering if I need to actually style this in this style sheet, but we'll see. We'll see what happens whenever we restart the server. I don't really like myself without you. Every song I sing is still about you. Refresh. Hey, we got things. Things are happening. This seems good to me. It looks like the overflow is working, but the max width is not, or the width 100% is not. So I told, yeah, I don't think those. So it looks like content with the 500 and the hidden is working, but it looks like if I want to style this, that I need to do it within its component style sheet. Again, tripping here. So, oh, right. I have to restart the server, and this watch does nothing. So don't look at it. Don't look at it with your beady eyes. My in-laws are on the way to visit. I live in Kansas City, Missouri, and there's a sports ball event happening this weekend that everyone's very excited about. So the in-laws are driving up from Oklahoma, and they're gonna stay with my sister-in-law tomorrow night and watch the game with her. Oh, I will pull up that site, Salt, I promise. But it looks like all of my assumptions about life was correct. So we need to let's go back over here and is button a sibling of camera or video? I think it's a sibling of camera. Bye. Kill me. It's gonna kill me. But next time, well, really, all next week we'll be on sprucing up this app, and I'll be working on it on and off camera. And I promise you, Ed knows how to Ed knows how to fix this so that we don't have to restart the server every time. It did not work. I don't know if it's a sibling issue or so it is a sibling of camera. That's weird. It's not showing up at all. Hey, Joey's Bites. I'm from Kansas City here. Nice. Welcome. You excited about the game? The sports ball event? Whenever the Chiefs won the last win that they had, there were like fireworks going off in my neighborhood. And I was like, what is going on? There is not a holiday. Like me and my husband were just playing Destiny. We are not into sports ball at all. And Zach was like, I have no idea what's going on. And my mother-in-law actually texted me and she was like, the Chiefs won. And I was like, oh, that's what's going on. It was quite hilarious. I don't know why Button is not getting this with 100%. Makes me unhappy. I'm going to double check the server that I actually restarted it. And I'm just saying with the 100%, and like even if it doesn't work, it should still show up. And it's inside of content. My wife and daughter are the sports fans. I doubt I'll pay much attention to it. Yeah. I always feel bad for not being more of a sports fan. But I would rather play video games or do anything else. Okay. This CSS should be fine. I am calling out the video and giving it with 100%. I'm also calling out the button with the same, like it should be, and the button is within this component. So I feel like I'm within rights here to be like, hey, button, do this thing. Let me just double check. We're going to make this really big. And let's go check. So inside of camera, the video is listening. What on earth? But the button outside of that is not getting that style. It's not even being overridden. Am I not allowed to do this? Are there like certain weird rules with razer CSS? Let's call it out separately. See if that makes a difference. I, this doesn't make any sense. This shouldn't. Adding 500 pixels. Like I really want to see a change. So strange. No. I'm gonna try because I need like I can style the button out inside of DevTools, no problem, and then we can save those styles after the fact. But I need to know where those styles go. Um, I wonder if I can do it in here. And instead of being so specific, let's call out all buttons and see if we actually I don't like the double tab. I don't like it. The double tab on tab, not a fan. Also, that is a lot of I don't know how it got to this, but we've got like a bajillion things open. I did promise to pull up what was it? Cookie bites? Cookie bites. Just making up stuff. UI cookies. Oh my god. Joey, have you had insomnia? I told my husband I wanted an insomnia cookie for my birthday. It's coming up in a couple weeks, couple weeks, something like that. Um, so I have to know if you have had insomnia because there are some sick cookies in Kansas City. What was it? Cookies.com/CSS buttons. 33 stylish. See, I was expecting more I don't know, cookies, like with the name, like actual big cookie assets around. A little disappointed. Liquid button. I what? Is this the right uicookies.com/CSS buttons? Yeah. Share button float icon. I've never heard of these cookies. You're hurting my soul. I know. Somnia cookies. Whoops. Somebody gibbet. That one. I want that one. Show me. That's the right site. Thanks, Salt. Oh, the confetti cookie. I have this thing about sprinkles. I love sprinkles, like in your ice cream, in your cookies, in your cake, like sprinkles. Like I just freaking love sprinkles. And they've got this confetti cookie that's like all about sprinkles. But my husband gets like the Reese's one. There's a couple around Kansas City. We usually go to the one that's downtown. I really wanted like a close-up picture of their cookies. This is not fulfilling that need. Yeah, that's what I wanted. And they're like they have normal size cookies, but like the kind that you should get are like the size of your face. There. This is what their cookies look like. And they're glorious and they're huge and they're special cuz they're always served warm. It's like you go in and like get a hot cookie. It's like always warm. Okay, no. I don't like you. No. Nope. I'm a really picky button person. That's sick. I like that. Ooh, the chunkiness. Oh god, yes. And that like double text, that's sexy. Did you see what KCDC posted on their sites? My favorite cookies, oatmeal raisin. Chris, I thought we could be friends, but then you go and say like oatmeal raisin? Why? No, what did KCDC? What did they post? What did they post? Tell me while I hopefully move our styles forward. Oh my God, it worked. I think. Yeah, it worked. This is what you get whenever you ask for 500 pixels of padding. Alrighty. So it looks like we can generically style all buttons, which I'm going to settle for at this point. Like, it's fine. I'll be coming back to Kansas City, I hope. Yeah. In-person event in September. Yay. We'll go to Insomnia. I will buy you a delicious cookie. I think they might have oatmeal. Okay. So let's try to achieve something in this realm. Am I zooming? No. I don't know if this is actually zooming for you. White border, white text, sans serif, purplish blue inside. I'm going to use my cheaty color picker here. And I'm going to check just around the color just to see if it's a gradient. I think that's just we're picking up from the shadow. So I think it's just solid background color. So let's go back over to now that I don't need you open anymore. I don't need you in my life. Now that we know like where we can place our button styles within our Blazor application, I'm going to go ahead and style in DevTools right now. So let's go to our button, and we don't want 500 pixels of padding. I do want the width to be 100%. And I'm going to shade background color of the, I don't want RGB. I want a hex. Colors and formats. I want a hex. This one. Okay. And I want the color to be white. For consistency's sake, we're going to use a 6-unit hex. And I want the font. The font should actually already be the font that I just gave to the whole website. What are you? Where are you? My hands are cold. It says this is being overridden, but I'm not seeing what it is being overridden by. See, font family source sans pro. That's what we were attempting to achieve, and it looks like I'm not being specific enough to override root. Who? Who dis? Is that the browser or is that? Sure. I need to go get my shotgun real quick. It's Bootstrap! Oh, it's been so long since I've met you, Bootstrap. You just giving me such a headache. Of course it's Bootstrap. I'm like, hey, my reasonably semi-generic styles aren't showing up. Why aren't they showing up? Bootstrap. Okay, we're gonna kill this with fire. Where is he including this? That's the actual Bootstrap file, but I want to know where he's including the Bootstrap file. I need to kill Bootstrap. Kill it, kill it, kill it. Think. If I were Bootstrap, where would I be hiding? Where would I? Don't use Tailwind either. I threw up in my mouth a bit. Index.html, ancient coder. Is it? Okay, I'm keeping tabs. Ancient coder is now on the list. Coder. Thank you. Okay, here we go. Are you ready for this? It's like my favorite thing to do ever. And then we're done. Then we go back and we restart our server because that's the kind of life we're living right now. I'm sorry. Oh, good. All right. Wait. There's no way that the server started that quickly. Did those styles just, did they just, yay, no bootstrap. Yeah, I'm right there with you, but like, are, did, did the styles change without me having to restart the server and I didn't see it? Hang on, we're gonna put this over on the right-hand side of the screen and we're gonna make a change, make a change. Where's my button? Okay, we're gonna make the change to, oh, sad fish. I lost my styles because I was styling in DevTools. Save, refresh. I didn't have to restart my server that time. The change that I did make was removing Bootstrap, but there's no way in HE double hockey sticks the Bootstrap was stopping my CSS from like changing on compile or runtime. What the? Restart only for CSS isolation to work. You don't need to restart. Then why wasn't, okay, I'm not crazy. I will back this tape up. It wasn't working before. Hot reload. Dude, I swear it wasn't. We're putting Bootstrap back and we're testing this theory right now. Right now. Before I turn this van around. Oh, where is it? Undo. Save. Somebody's going to say something like, you changed something at such a low level that now you have to restart, but on general purposes, you should not have to restart when you make CSS changes. I feel like that was my best chat voice. But do you see? Are you seeing? We don't have Bootstrap. I added it back in. Maybe it's okay. It is index.html. Like I get we're working with the index.html file. So like, so I'll prove to you. I will prove. Calm down, Karen. I've got Bootstrap back. Maybe. If we're oh so ever unlucky. Did I not save? Bootstrap? The file is saved. What the crap? I don't know. I literally like at this point, my only option to debug is to just keep restarting the server until something works. But it'd be really, really funny if we could never get Bootstrap back again. That would make me happy. So, anyways, I think we're gonna order like, oh my gosh, Joey, if you're still in the stream, we're gonna order some Hawaiian Brothers, and we still don't have Bootstrap, and I think that's freaking hilarious. Because it just won't come back, and I'm fine with it. But Ed might not be. Let's hot. That's not hot. What's the word? Where you hold shift. Oh, and you know who I love? Eric Meyer. I love me some Eric Meyer. And this, like this website right here with like the styles and the colors, it makes me so happy. I don't know why. It's just so, it's so bad it's good. I mean that with all sincerity. Okay. So I need my reset and I feel unsafe. I feel unsure. Hard refresh, Alyssa. The only reset I use. Hard refresh. Well, I was shifting. I was command shifting. There was some shift in there. Oh, I drive a Jeep now, but I used to have a bug with the shifting and I loved it. I miss it. Anyways, wow, that was a tangent. We're never getting Bootstrap back, and that's totally fine with me. But we are gonna go and do some magic here. Command Shift R, right? Yeah. Yeah, Command Shift R. Actually, there's developer toggle screencast mode. I can do this. and you should be able to see what I'm typing now, I think. Although I guess it won't work over on the browser. Hello, Wheel of Fortune. I'm going to close you now. Thank you. Thank you for what you've given society. Of course it doesn't work. Of course it doesn't work over here. Yes, I am Command Shift Ring. And I wasn't getting Bootstrap back, but that's okay. I'm okay with it, I think. As long as you're okay with it. What was I doing? Button, background. Yeah, so it is slick, but it's a bit aggressive, like many things in my life, including myself. Where is the color? Which should be a variable. But again, I feel really uncertain navigating Blazor application. Whereas usually I would just whip out a variable file and be like, these are my variables. Yeah. I don't even know. Like where would we do that? Would we put it right next to app.css and then include it in there? Like where is my root file like that I can like bootstrap crap into, right? Like I need ed here is what I really need. Background. We want our color to be white. Anyways, it is really aggressive. I'm gonna have to turn it off just because it's so loud. But no, that's too much. 4. Top right, bottom left. Top right, bottom left. Oh, I don't know. This is my guessing. We also need a border. 4 pixels solid. Oh, and I forgot we wanted to be consistent with our styles because that's who we are now. Is that enough Fs? How many Fs do you need before you get there? Oh, 1, 2, 3. Trouble. Trouble. I don't know why he's telling me trouble. He's calling me trouble? Is he calling this app trouble? I don't know. This is sad. Usually I can't think of the right word. Drunk, engulfed a gallon of water at this point, but I've only done like 30 ounces. It's really sad. That's the trouble with streaming all day, being on different podcasts and streams is like you like leave the day and you're like SpongeBob out of water, right? You're like Okay. Now that we've removed Bootstrap, we should have access to our font. We should also have this is my attempt at trying to remember what the button looks like that we this one. And we're going to have to get that background as well. Probably not today since I'm rapidly running out of time. Where did I navigate to? Okay. We're going to take this man's reset and we're going to put it right below here. Ask. I'm going to move this up so that the to do. Ask Ed about a variable file. Ask Ed about Sass. Why do you hate me? And we need to ask Ed about reset file, although once he answers my variable file question, I'll be able to duplicate it for a reset. And I swear if I have to copy this again, clear my paste bar, I'm gonna shoot something. No. Good. Okay. We should be happy. So the reset, if you've never used a reset before, is a good way to level out the playing field between browsers for element styles. Yeah. That way I don't have to think about Firefox. What? Who said that? Okay. Oh, top right, bottom left. That's how you remember it. Trouble. Top right, bottom left. Okay. Chris, in order for hang on. I'm going to show this because if you're on the YouTubes, it's probably not as big as it ought to be. Trouble, and then he's talking about top right, bottom left, and he's talking about the TR and the BL. Oh my goodness. In order for me to remember that, I would have to be able to spell trouble in my head. What the heck? This is so hard. Oh god. Okay. Hey, shut the front door. Okay. So what I'm thinking is also we lost all of our nav styles, which I'm wondering. I know that nav, which I'm fine with. I was going to get rid of those nav styles and like redo them, so it's okay. We're fine. But that nav is iconic to whenever you generate a default Blazor application. And so it's really weird. I guess they just use Bootstrap by default. Okay, let's find out why my video is bigger than my button. Oh, it's because the outline. Border. Words are hard. Okay. I need a background color that doesn't suck. Preferably one with these hexagons. I'm kidding. I'm just gonna grab this beautiful SAML and we're gonna throw it on there so that you all can see what I'm talking about and not think that I'm a crazy person, which I am, but you needn't think it. Background SAML. Okay, so our video is the width of our container. Flippity dip. Our button is the width of our container, and it also has this nice border, and we'll get to the chunky edges. Snap. Let me see what's going on. There's wouldn't call that all caps. Maybe. Is that an extension you're using for color picking? It's an app called Color Snapper. And it lives up here in my little toolbar. And it allows me to not only pick colors, and then like this bar up here is every color. You can tell I like pink and purple. This is every color that I've ever captured with it. So it's great for like, oh, I just need a color, or what was that one again? But then you can also pick what format you want it in, which is great because I can occasionally remember a hex, but beyond that, I'm like lost. So I love it. Color Snapper. So I think this works well because it isn't a bar. So I think I have to take. I'm gonna do 2, and I don't want you all to hate me, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. What just happened? I don't want you to do that. I don't want you to scroll for me. I will do my own scrolling. Thank you. Okay, so our base button styles. This is gonna be our special button styles. And our base button styles will not have a border. The padding is fine. It can't have a light color because it's going to have a light background. Just for now. I'm sure I have a lovely gray stored away somewhere. I'm not going. Let's go with F2. She's my go-to if I'm ever unsure in life. Why am I doing that? Okay. So this is for our base buttons, and I want my base buttons to be. No, I don't need you. Refresh, maybe. Yes, beautiful. That okay. So I want my base buttons to look like that, and then I want a special button to look like this. So let's go and make a special button style. I'm gonna do that, and that is where we're going to. A lot of this needs to change. I want the background color. I want the color, the font color, the padding, the border. I don't want the width 100%. I want it to be, and then it's like small caps or something, which I don't even know if the font that I chose has small caps. She said wondering about her life. See this OVER? I think that's what that's called. And I could be totally wrong. So I will have to pick a font if I want to get that exact look. Capitalization CSS. Feel free to tell me how to do this because I don't remember uppercase. Uppercase on what? Oh, uppercase. Let's try it. Let's give it a go. All right. And then this will be the fun part. Let's go back over to. Was it you, my darling? I don't know this product well enough. Okay. I'm assuming I can just give it a regular class and it doesn't have to be a fancy Blazor variable. So we're going to do it and we're going to find out if that works. Refresh. Hard refresh. I'm wondering if you ever touch something in an actual like template, if you have to, I don't know. Like, wait. And there it is. Okay. I don't know. I don't know why we had to restart. That is not the right. Hi, I'm learning Kendo. Thanks for doing this. Hi, Philip. Hi. So I'm not using Kendo UI today. What flavor of Kendo are you using? I'm mainly an Angular person working on a Blazor application today. Really just rolling our own styles from scratch, as you could probably tell. It's wonderful to see you, Philip. And also, the YouTube comments apparently are working. Apparently, nobody at YouTube was trying to comment. That or Philip magically fixed our YouTube comment issue. So, yeet. Heater's going back on, and we need a background color. All right, let's go. Let's go. So this application is for a love stream that we're doing next week, and we're competing. So I think all sorts of pinks, purples, blues, I think all of them are going to be allowed. Not that they're not allowed in the first place, but although I don't know how that's going to look up against that color. Although I don't have to go with that color. I could always go with something else. And why is it still 100%? I told you. Oh, because I didn't give it. So it's getting that base. How do you override with 100%? Can you? You can. Okay. So we're gonna go back over to my button. YouTube viewers should come over to Twitch. Oh, React. Nice. So you probably know TJ from React Wednesdays. Philip. He is the knower of all things React. Ancient Coder YouTube viewers should come over to Twitch. That's funny. You make me laugh. Back to business. We need to go to you, and we need to override width of auto. And the chunkiness is not right, I tell you. So we lost our Google font. What was it? Source something. It was Source Sans Pro. And that is a terminal window, and it's not what I need. I don't really like myself without you. Save me from myself the way you used to. I want the chunky one, but not the chunkiest one. I'm thinking 700. Did I even include that? No, Lord knows I don't know. Oh, I included 600. If I include 700 and only 700, will it be 700 by default? Oh, my hands are cold. I've got the window open like a silly Billy. Oh yeah, you should totally look for it. Philip. I'm talking to Philip, everyone who's on Twitch. But you can see the comments in my screen, so I shouldn't have to explain myself to you. Okay. So what I was wondering is if I needed to actually specify the font weight. That doesn't look chunky to me. Font weight. Weird. I was just thinking, like, it's the only weight I included. So I thought it would default to it. I don't, I don't, I don't. What am I doing? Button. This one. I want all buttons to have this, not just our CTA. Not a size. Weight, please. And 700. Thank you. I always use 700 the numbers like 100, 700 versus like the words. I'm curious, chat, what do you use like when you default to that? It's better. It's much better. Do I still have that body background that I wanted to apply in my should I give it to HTML? Can you give it to HTML? Will that even work? I don't know. Nice lilac color. It worked. Usually I do things on body, but I've started to do things on yes, doggo, I hear you. I know you. I love you. I will be there in a moment. So why is content getting a padding top of 1.1 rems? See, this is where it okay, I did not add those styles and they were already there. And yet a base font size wasn't there. Don't you need a base to go off of if you're going to use rems? This is why it bothers me when people like start slapping down relative M's and you're like, right, are you just basing that off of the browser's base size? I don't know. I'm getting rid of it. Goodbye. Okay. So things are feeling a little crowded. So we need the first thing I do whenever I rip out Bootstrap and I attempt to tackle some styles. I see you on YouTube under the Kendo UI. Yes. Sorry. I am streaming to our Kendo UI YouTube. I am. I don't know if I should have streamed to another YouTube channel. I really need to talk to my team about that. Usually we just do Twitch. I might be streaming to the wrong YouTube channel, Philip. This might be on me. And by might be, it's like 1000% on me. There's I just added 3 Kendo buttons to my UI. Time to add some functionality. Thanks for being here. See you next Friday. Absolutely, Philip. I'll be next Friday. And next week, our Code It Live channel on Twitch is doing a whole week of fun streams. So check it out. But mwah, good luck with your functionality, dear sir. Okay. Anyways, the first thing that I usually tackle whenever I start redoing styles after ripping out Bootstrap is margin and padding because I feel nauseous whenever things are this close. Perfect. We just do like text align center and center all the text and it's like beautiful. Okay. I need to get everything off the edge probably. No, it should be margin. Although this needs to be not an HTML, but it needs to be within like the is that what content is doing? Is everything inside oh wait, I need to go back to the dev tools. Is everything inside of content? So you've got the nav, you've got main, you've got top row, and you've got content. Okay. So I think everything else we want to snug up to the edges, but content itself, that makes sense. It's like where you're plugging in all of the components, I think, or the different views. Yeah, cool. I understand. I was thinking content was just a wrapper for our video, but I think content wraps everything. I'm pretty sure. Yerp. Okay. So I need to you talk to content and we need to say you're the one that needs our margin. Or we could center it with flex. I'm trying to think of what we want it. Okay, for now, I'm going to be satisfied just getting things off of the edge. So let's give content the margin of 50 pixels, and then let's give a base color because I don't think we have one. So is white going to show up on lilac? We should probably go with a dark color for now. Let's pick one because I don't want to go with black again. That's probably not going to be dark enough. I need like a that one. Yep. Okay. So our base color for our font. What is happening with that? Hang on, I need to think. So if I go with a lilac background and I go with a dark color, my base buttons, which I'm actually going to move those up here, despite my attempt to keep Alyssa's styles hidden down below. Actually, we can bring my comment up with it. We'll leave the reset down at the bottom. Oh, I should bring all my to-dos with me too. We're just moving. We're moving in. We're going to move up here next to the anchor and the button primary, which really we've replaced button primary with button CTA. First thing that I would do generally when ripping out Bootstrap is making sure, because there's just no way that usually in a large project that you can replace everything at once. So the first thing that you need to do is make sure that these base styles are still covered. We're doing the color, we're doing a different background, we're doing a different border color. So I think we can get rid of that. I think we're covering those with button CTA. And then eventually I'll go and I'll find everything that has that class and change it to have a class of button CTA. First thing, I think let's go back and give a refresh and make sure. Okay, good. So our borders are up against the edges. The content is not up against the edge. I need some variables. I can't do it any longer, and I know we only have 10 minutes, but again, this is just giving us a kickstart for next week because we're doing a love stream week, and Team Candy Hearts is going to kick some major butt. We were going to do something with the color. Oh, right. CSS variables. I always get CSS variables mixed up with Sass variables, and I generally only ever use Sass variables. Custom properties. You know, someone is deep in the weeds whenever they say, like, they're referencing CSS variables and they say they call them custom properties, and you're like, oh, you're down there, aren't you? You're in it. You're in the thick of it. I wrote an article on CSS variables a bit ago. Link. Hi. I guess I could just Google it. Chris DeMars CSS variables. I think I found it. Did I find it? I love custom properties. Yeah, you're one of those. He's one of those. Darn it, I'm streaming to the wrong YouTube. I hate when I do that. To be fair, not even kidding, we have over 9 channels to choose from whenever you set up your stream, and you can stream to all of them at once if you want, and so it's a little overwhelming. I'm like just clicking on buttons like, yeah, that looks about right. Is it the first one? First link. Noise, son. Noise. I just want to know how to make a variable on the root. See, that's what I needed. This is what I needed. Okay. So it's the dashes. They get me. I start. Yeah, I usually just use Sass variables. It's very rare. It's very rare that you need a custom property instead of a Sass variable. Unless you're doing something with JavaScript. I tend to try to stay away from that. Thinking. I guess we'll just put them up here for now. Color of button primary. think I was gonna make our main color this one. I no, yes, no, yes, hold. I wasn't gonna be this one. This is the one we're replacing. Why is that one not working? I have an error. Hang on. Pondering. Let me actually look at our site. This is definitely not going to be our main color. And I'm not in love with the lilac. Ugh. All right, we're gonna go with this dark one for now. And you did it on root. Main color. And need. Okay. So I don't know. I literally main light color. And we're just gonna move. We're just gonna move ourselves forward. And so now we're gonna reference the background needs the main light color. Oh, that was sick. Did you see that? I don't know what VS Code extension I'm using that did that. I don't know if that was C# because it's never done that before. What the heck? Watch again if you're curious. Dash dash, and then I'm like, ooh, which variable do I want? And I'm like, I want the dark color, and then it like auto freaking completes the var part of it. I hate that's this right here. This is the reason that I don't use custom properties because I hate typing out var. It's part of VS Code natively, I believe. Shut the front door. Okay, that's really cool. We're gonna give these the dark color. Do whatever that was. And then we're gonna go down here and our button. Our button text needs to be light. And background needs to be dark. And font. Mm. F2. Do have to go help at some point. Oh, I don't need I have to help my husband who is prepping our guest room for our guests. Right. And seriously, if that's native to VS Code, I don't remember it working before. So I'm like really, really impressed right now. And then we're gonna replace this one because we don't need to be pedantic here. Okay. Then you. Merge. Better. Much better. But 14 is not working for me. 14 is like the absolute minimum you should ever be okay with, but I think 18 is the new 14, don't you? Okay, hang on. Who are you? Who's talking to you? Who's giving you these styles? But what font size are you? Why? Why is that being overridden? Inherit from what? Is it really my reset? I don't know. I do not know why my font size is not listening. Is it because I put it on HTML and not body? Let's try it. Let's try. That shouldn't be it at all, because I've been in projects where you put base font size on HTML and then you use rems based off of that. So this should not fix it. Think about it. Oh, duh, cascading. My reset's at the very bottom. And the reset needs to be a base, not overwriting anything. So it has to go at the very top. Oh, God, I don't want to do this. All right, I'm just gonna can I do this, chat? That way we can have it at the very top. No. Trying it. Let's find out. Let's find out. Because our font size is wrong. Our font size is wrong. Whoa. That's promising. Oh, it works. Sometimes you forget that like CSS is cascading. You put those styles below everything else. Of course, they're overriding everything. Okay. Water everywhere. First glass of water accomplished, and it's almost 3 p.m. That's pretty sad. All right. I have questions. First question is, this looks like its font size is proper. If we go down, if we dig, wait, it is being overridden still by the reset. My head. Okay. I think I usually depend on. I'm going to split nap time for me. Good night, Chris, or good nap. Good nap to you, sir. I think usually I depend on the Angular components to give me a little bit of specificity that I'm not getting here. Maybe if you ever need someone to join you on the stream for this fun stuff, let me know. You might regret that, Salt. Depending on how Love Week goes, I may just have you get on and help me fix this application in whatever state she's at the end of it. So, but have a lovely nap, sir. Thanks for joining us in the chat. It's gonna be spicy. No JavaScript or Blazor. No. It'd just be cleaning up the styles from whatever state she's left in after, after the week. I Salt. On that note, actually, we are at the top of the hour, and I need to wrap very shortly. And I don't. Why am I getting these errors? Oh, I forgot a semicolon. Blame me. Surely that wasn't breaking anything, was it? I think it was. I think it was. Okay. I can't leave it in this state though. So if you're hanging in there with me, we're like going down the river. Also, if your name is Asteroid7687 and you have not DM'd me on Twitter yet, your address, please do so. You have prizes a coming. I can't leave it like this. I just can't. It makes me nauseous. All right, let's do this. I do have to hurry though. The family will be here any moment, expecting hosting. What is happening? Top row, Blazor. What is that? Blazor web. I'm assuming Blazor web camera. Right, okay, well, I don't want that background color, but I do need to pick a background color. What if we picked our dark purple, which I should have elsewhere, but I'm just gonna pick it again. And what if we gave you a color of F2? Dollar. Give me that dollar in that color. Oh, why aren't you listening? What? The dickens. Please? Interesting. Somebody else must be talking to you. There you are, Anchor. Of course, someone else is talking to you. This, of course, is just mocking out what I want it to look like. What is it? Text. Font to get rid of the underline. Font. Yes, doggy. I know you want out. It's not. Text decoration? None? It is. It is text decoration. None. Wanna go outside, baby? That's bizarre. My margin only worked on the right and left. That's really weird to me. Oh, padding. You can go outside, baby? Pupper is asking to go out. Do, 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 do. Yeah, and then it needs a hover. It needs a hover state. All right. I know it's ugly. I know I need to find top row. Where are you? Show me your secrets. Okay, so I took away a lot of top row. So we're actually going to bring these back in because I had no idea what they were doing. Whoops. Undo, undo. Okay. I'm just going to manually remove them because apparently I've combobbled. I've combobbled the comments. Save. Back over. Refresh. I like severely regret doing that. I don't want any of that. I wonder, is min width of 641 are, yeah, I don't want any of that. I don't know what was happening with Bootstrap before, but I feel very, very comfortable now deleting all of that. Deep? He's using the deep selector? What is happening? And then the sidebar. I'm coming for you, sidebar. Okay. Top row. Top row. Hello, top row. Whoa. Oh, why are we giving it? Okay. I'm just going to leave it for now because we need to boog shug, as my mother-in-law likes to say. Okay, so we're going to give those styles to the top row, and then we also need to select the anchors that are inside of there, which I believe are being styled inside of some other style sheet that I don't want. Blazor webcam test styles? What the difference? Although that's just the font size. Blazor. Webcam test. What the heck? Is it actually coming from there? Okay, here's what I'm going to do because I don't actually know where this is coming from. I'm going to search for 1.1 rems and see what file shows up in. Nav menu razer. But of course, it's within Blazor webcam test. Okay. A nice way of moving through redoing styles is to comment out first and then delete later. Sometimes you might not have a grasp of the full scope your changes are going to make. So that's why I'm doing this kind of comment out and then move on method. So navbar brand. Trying to think if it belongs in here because I understand that navbar styles belong in here. But what I'm about to do potentially would be styling all anchors on our website. So I feel like that belongs in the root. So not even here, actually, not even within. And I think it's really weird that top row is actually even being styled within main layout, because it kind of feels like that belongs in nav menu. But I probably just don't know the project well enough to understand why. So we're gonna go back to our root file, app CSS, and underneath our buttons, we're just gonna go ahead and give some base styles for anchors as well. So I want the color to be our light. Or no, I want it to be our white. And I want we can do that other color on hover. Hover of that's getting in my way. It's called uh called toggle. I can't find it. Of tools. I'm in like the wrong. I'm going to toggle off screencast mode for now. It just keeps distracting me. And we're going to use our light color. And we also want for all anchors to turn off text decoration. And for this, not my reset, not my webcam, not my index. Yeah, for my top row. I also, that's strange. Oh, these are not the top row styles I gave, so I must have. Yeah, I thought they didn't belong in here. All right, we're gonna remove these top row, and we're gonna go back over to this guy, and we're gonna replace this with this, and some margin is or padding is called for, which I already gave it. So let's just go and check it out. See what's happening with our top bar. Better, I think, although I thought I gave it our dark color. I did. You always have to wonder, are my changes coming through? Or is something overriding them? Yeah, see, this RGBA is the one that we just deleted. So I know that you're not supposed to need to restart your server. Refresh doesn't work when you edit a razer CSS file. Works only for the global ones. Seriously. I'm Asteroid. I can't check right now because like I don't want people seeing my DMs, but if you haven't sent me a DM with your address, you must. You must so that we can A, be friends on Twitter, and B, I can send you gifts for being the chattiest chatter and the most helpful person. Woo! Okay, so looks like our header is showing up. When we hover, it changes to a little bit darker. Excellent. We don't have our underline, which is beautiful. I don't like that it's like that close to the top, and I don't know why it's that close to the top. Why? Why are you like this? Hang on. It's a line, I think. That's what I wanted. I'm telling it to be display flex, and then I'm aligning items to the bottom because I just wanted, I just wanted the text to be at the bottom. I don't know why it wasn't. I think maybe our line height is jagged. Maybe not. Maybe that's just the way this works. I don't really know. Anyways, I'm super unhappy that we're using relative m's because as I don't, I don't, I don't want to change the header's height like ever so slightly as we like change responsive sizes. Like I wanted to be very conscious about like on iPhone be this height, like on an Android be this height, like especially because whenever you're like 3.5 rems, are you telling me you actually calculated and you know what 3.5 rems looks like on mobile? So, anyways, I'm just going to set it to a manual height for now, and we'll talk about mobile styles later. Um, and then I feel like that's too much. I think 80 is fine. We do 80. I think the font size can be bumped. This we will use rems for. So maybe I should use the height. I just don't feel very comfortable using rems on block level like height and width. Makes me feel squishy, but I don't know. Maybe that's what everyone wants in their life. That's way too big. Let's try like 1.4. Mm. So I'm going to copy what's so cool. I don't know if you've copy and pasted from DevTools before, but what is so fun is if you copy and paste, and that was on our top row. Let's get rid of our top row styles and paste. It comments out any lines that you had toggled off, which I I always love that. Like it's still there and part of the styles, but it pastes it as like a commented out style, which is just amazing to me. I love it. So now if we hard refresh our styles, it should still be there. They're not. You know, I don't know. Just me doing my thing with I really do think because I was talking with Ed about this like caching slash not updating CSS issue, and I've seen it work a couple times on the stream. I've seen it work a couple times, not work a couple times. I really do think like we have to configure it somewhere within our Blazor application of listen to all CSS files. It's being really jank, and I feel there's got to be something else. Okay. Um, but I know that my header styles are there and working. This next thing, I think this was Bootstrap's. It was Bootstrap's accordion side nav, which I do not want nor do I need. We're just gonna go with a normal header for this moment in our lives. If we come, especially for this application where it's like the demo app, we're gonna be competing next week. Like I don't, the side nav isn't even needed. There are gonna be 2 pages max. So more than happy to yank this out, but we are going to need our home, which I'm just gonna search for because I don't know. I don't know. It looks like it's in. Uh-huh, 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 uh-huh. I don't know if he's gonna be mad at me for getting rid of this functionality, but I just want it in my header. Like I don't need you like this anymore. I'm just gonna comment it out. Oh, is that really how you comment out in a whoa. That is weird. Okay. And then you You are actually my top row, and I don't need the +4, and I don't think I need the nav bar anymore. And I don't need nav bar dark. We are doing everything with our top row, which I'm not in love with that name either. So we're actually going to rename it to header. And we are going to, this is our button. That's an anchor. I don't know why our button's not visible, but oh, who am I to question such buttons? We'll find out in a little bit why it's not. Um, oh, right. I need, nothing is showing up. Let's just restart. And then I should be able to, oh, header. I changed top row to header. So let's go back to this and change this class to header. And I deleted all of that navbar stuff, so I'm pretty comfy getting rid of that. Oh, I don't want any of this, I don't think. No, sir. I don't know what OI is. Wee! I don't know. Goodbye. Thank you for your service. Oh, Dickens. Of course. Why? All right, my background color on my header. 1 second. I think I may have made too many changes to actually deduce the reason. Hello, Technolo JITV from YouTube. Welcome. Thank you. We are doing a restyle, which I'm actually 20 minutes over on. I have to run soon, but I just couldn't leave the app in such straits. Writing code is the most difficult but enjoyable job in the world. I certainly love it. I recently started helping my sister. She's in a graphic design degree. And she, at the end of her degree, had to learn a little bit of HTML and CSS and JavaScript. And she called what I do the most mind-numbing thing she's ever been a part of. And so I'm glad that you feel that way, Technolo. I certainly do. I was offended. Okay, let's check this out and see what is happening here with this. Who navbar toggler? Yeah, that's left over from a remnant. Aha. There we go. I don't want you. And I thank you for your service. I don't know who Oi is. We're going to find Oi. I'm very tired of restarting my server. I'm so spoiled. Usually I just go over and I don't even have to refresh the page. That's the normal environment setup that I work in. What is happening? All right. We have to have some remnants of navbar toggler that I didn't rip out. So let's go. I'm assuming. And I don't know what you do, so I'm going to comment you out and I'm going to search for the word toggler, navbar toggler. Who are you and what are you doing? Oh, it's that thing that I had no idea what it was doing. And I was like, I'm just going to leave it. I think we need a hush for now. Merp. That's better. That's better. I don't know what's up with the icon and the text. I feel like we could really just do with the text, but we'll figure it out. I need to set, I guess, anchors inside of our header to have a margin right is how I'm going to do it. Perhaps you have a more eloquent way. Do share with me. So yes. I don't really like myself without you. Every song I sing is still about you. Save me from myself the way you used to. I don't think it's showing up. And I didn't know. Oh, that's who Oi is. We found out who Oi is. Oi! Poor Ed. He's gonna be like, what have you done to my application? And I'm gonna be like, I made it better. I got rid of Bootstrap. You're welcome. At least it's on my own brand. So if he absolutely hates it. Oh, right. Start server. And refresh. There we go. Okay. So we got rid of our icon. We have some margin right on our anchors. I feel like about also belongs up here. No. But I think the functionality still works if we snap the photo. It still goes and takes the photo, I think. Unless I like broke it. Still, so we need to style the photo that's taken and then it returns from the API. I have 99.7 happiness, still zero point 0.3 surprise. I think that's going to be like my go-to. Yeah, always a little zero point 0.3 of surprise in there. Thank you so much for hanging out with me on UI Fridays. It's been really chill, really fun. I really appreciate you all for being here, for encouraging me. I know the app has quite a ways to go, but it is, again, it's the app for next week's Love Week stream challenge with me and the other dev advocates competing. So I just wanted to give us a little bit of a head start. I think ripping out Bootstrap is always the first perfect place to start any application. So, but yeah, tune in next week, twitch.tv/code live. If you're on YouTube right now, that's where we'll be. But yes, I appreciate you all. You're all beautiful, and I hope you have an amazing weekend. Thank you so much. Mwah!